Most people try way too hard to make an impression. They talk a lot, share everything, and try to be everywhere. They think that by doing so they'll get noticed, they'll earn respect, but the truth, they often just get lost in the shuffle. Their presence is weak, their energy forgettable. They speak, but their words don't hold weight. They act, but their actions lack impact. They exist, but they don't command attention. But then there are those who are totally different. They don't try to be noticed. Their presence automatically pulls people in. Folks want to be around them, want to hear them speak, want their approval. It's not arrogance or aggression, but an invisible force, a magnetic presence that draws people in. They don't chase attention. Attention chases them. So what's the difference? One simple shift in how you interact. Do this just once, and watch how people treat you differently forever. Our society operates on invisible rule. People are constantly sizing up value. Instead, they respect scarcity. Things that are hard to get. Things that are special. Most people don't realize they're constantly being judged on their value in the eyes of others. This happens in business meetings, in social settings, relationships, everywhere. You might think people judge you based on what you say, but in reality, they judge what you hold back and what you reveal. If you talk too much, share everything without thought, or try too hard to impress, you're just devaluing yourself. People subconsciously categorize you as someone easily accessible. And once that label's placed, it's almost impossible to shake. You've lost before the conversation even starts. This is why some people command respect the moment they enter a room, while others struggle to get noticed. It has nothing to do with luck or natural charisma. It's about the perception of value. And that perception is something you can control if you understand the right techniques. But what if I told you a single change in how you interact can flip the power dynamic instantly? One move that forces people to respect you without you saying a word. Weak people rush to tell their whole story, sharing every detail about themselves. They're afraid if they don't get it all out, they'll be ignored. They babble, hoping for approval. They try too hard, and in doing so, they give away their power. But men of power, they control their scarcity. They're not always available, not always sharing everything. They make others wait, anticipate, desire their presence. This isn't just a trick. It's a weapon, one that leaders, CEOs, and high-status men have mastered for centuries. Think about the most powerful people you've seen in history, business, or even in movies. They're not always the loudest or the most present. Instead, they create an aura of exclusivity and atmosphere of value. When someone asks you a personal question, don't immediately dump every detail. Instead, answer selectively, revealing only what you choose to. When you have an opportunity to join a conversation, don't jump in right away. Sometimes absence creates a stronger presence. Watch how they seek you out. Watch how they try to get your attention. Watch how the energy in the room subtly bends in your favor. Finest, in nature, the most dominant creature is never the loudest. It doesn't need to constantly announce its presence. The lion doesn't roar before the hunt. It moves in silence, calculating, waiting for the perfect moment. Pack doesn't need to proclaim its dominance. It's understood. The true leaders of any group don't chase attention. They command it. Powerful people move slowly, deliberately. They create scarcity for their presence, their time, and their information. When you're not easily accessible, you're signaling, I'm not desperate for your attention. I'm valuable, and you have to work to get it. And people, they instinctively respect that. It's why the most successful men don't chase attention. They demand it. They set the tempo, and the world follows. This technique isn't just psychological. It's deeply rooted in human behavior. Scarcity increases value. Our brains are wired to highly value things that are rare or difficult to obtain. When you don't easily share everything, your words and presence automatically seem more valuable. The less you seek approval, the more people give it to you. Most people talk fast, ramble, stumble, and overshare. Slow down. You stand out. Your presence becomes more noticeable. Your words carry more weight. Self-control signals power. Fast talkers often come across as nervous or insecure. Slow, deliberate speech and controlling your information and availability signals confidence, intelligence, and self-assurance. It subconsciously tells people, I am in control. The next time you're in a conversation or in a group of people, practice controlling your availability and information. Don't rush to answer every question. When someone asks you something, especially something personal or thought-provoking, don't immediately dump all the details. Be selective. Don't try to fill every silence. In a group conversation, listen more than you speak. When you do speak, make sure your words have weight, not just filler. Be intentionally unavailable at times. In social settings, you don't need to be everywhere all the time. Sometimes, pulling back a bit makes others seek you out. Now, watch their reaction. Watch how they shift, how they interact with you. Watch how their eyes stay locked on you. Watch how their energy suddenly adjusts to yours. Do this once, and you'll notice it instantly. Do this daily, and you'll never be treated the same again. Most people will ignore this advice. They'll keep talking fast, seeking approval, chasing attention, and they'll keep being overlooked. But those who master the power of intentional scarcity, they rise above the noise. They command the room. They demand respect. The choice is yours. Try this trick today and drop a comment below. Did you notice the difference? If you want even more psychological tricks to dominate any social situation, hit that like button and subscribe. Because this just the beginning. Power is not given, held, and those who understand the unspoken rules of dominance rise above the weak, above the forgotten, above the ones who fade into the background. It is in every word you say, in every move you make, in the energy you radiate. Those who control themselves control everything. The next time you enter a room, ask yourself, are you a force or are you fading into the noise? Intentional scarcity isn't just about holding back. It is strength, a weapon, a signal that you are in control. Those who master it master the world. So try it today, right now, in your next conversation. And when you feel the shift, see the reaction. When you notice the power, you will never go back.